think about it, some beasts are meant for good.
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Please. Wait, before attending the meeting,
What do you need?
promise me that you won't commit to anything too...
What do you think?
Okay.
Everyone's here so early!
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna...
I gotta admit, it's both.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch... Come on, don't give me that fake...
That's what I wanted to hear. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions,
You can tell.
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can't... To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. Your deeds speak.
Candace, please stay back.
I'm very glad I've said the same thing to everyone here. Only when you're safe can the plan be so... You're welcome. Good luck.
I see everything.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll hit them.
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah,
Yes, she did. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to... I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more?
Didn't we already do that during...
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while we all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on...
Speaking of the front line,
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, but the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
well, being a scholar is...
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among
This guy. Paimon still...
all intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of... Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? You have a good map. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I think those mad Scott, but the academia has always held a different view. They've come to think of it. Perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden, the withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is...
But, at least, that... Wait a second.
You've...
But if that's the case...
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you...
In that case, it's imperative to make sure we're still on track. I would like to...
Where are we going?
to an Aramite base.
A familiar sight.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What if...
I gave them some...
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the...
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge
Look here.
Huh? More canned knowledge?
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared, but...
Anyway, we're not going... As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Traveler. I want you to record... Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction now. Please get...
You want us to record our conviction?
Yes.
Paimon...
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, because to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your...
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognized... Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be...
But what was the point of...
And that's perfectly fine. In any case...
Huh?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the... You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. After all that time... A slave to orders, and that's why rules are... In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries.
But...
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very...
Things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway... I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects.
Small
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make...
Clear weather.
I thought we agreed on a...
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk.
But it's still the best plan we have. Is a former
I did. And that's how I saw the danger.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't...
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar. Had I known all Hatham would give you those kind...
Look, you already know that we're all on this...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship. But also will not...
Seems you really do understand.
Traveler, Paimon. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards, in my capacity as a Matra.
Wait, how...
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never... My plan will clear us of any pot...
That also sounds like something all Hath...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous...
Of course he does. He told me. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of... I never blindly trust anyone. And I've always...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. To make the whole thing more convincing, I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allied...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and...
I've always treated my allies with honesty.
Now you're making this hard.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to...
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the...
Well, now that you've put... But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything, since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation.
Okay.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to...
Of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is... But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people...
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el-Akhmar in Port Ormos.
As many as Ain al-Akhmar? This should...
And I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible.
Got it! Please wait a moment, I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust...
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the act, even if that guard doesn't know?
We discussed it.
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry.
How can you be so...
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the map.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to no matter how you look at it,
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction...
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must Actually, considering the power...
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, if you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information, but things like that never...
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict...
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, haven't you ever thought about it?
Because the Akasha controls the...
The Academia firmly believes that all...
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can... However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure... But now, you've joined a team. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped.
Paimon's...
Next time...
Will do.
Just remember to
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name...
This is my assistant, the Traveler.
Beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun.
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation.
There's no need for Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district.
Understood.
Matt...
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites. And any questions about the...
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. Get ready.
There are leaves around.
Time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Wait a...
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again. It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the academia,
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. They are our only leads for the case.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the academia? I can't...
I'm not here to...
Nobody's given me this much... Brothers! For that slight!
Everyone hold hands! Boing, boing, boom!
Into the wind!
Futile!
Clouds high. The birds come!
Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due! You stand condemned!
I see everything! Jumpy, dumpy, go!
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in the air.
You pitiful Dendro Archon! King Deshret will curse you.
Silence!
Oh!
restrain them and take them back to Caravan Re...
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need...
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really...
Yes.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Raman there?
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Reba.
Yeah, you're the...
It's not the time to celebrate. Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone. If we need help, get ready for the next phase of...
La la la.
Surrender!
Dia! We're here!
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here, in the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps.
Sorry. We didn't mean...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing... All joking aside, Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next—
Yeah, we sure don't.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Force if all Hatham and Sino's sources are so. We'll find Tainari and convince the sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. You should be—
Like, I'm on that.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best.
How much?
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be looking good. There are many kinds of smiles, but only let's go.
He's over there. Let's go say hi. Tainari!
Ah, Traveler Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia.
A mercenary. You must have some big news for me.
It's something really
All right. This place is better. We won't be Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me? The Doctor.
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with...
Yes, I know. Actually, he left parties
He left?
Yeah, he came...
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having... For now, all we can share with you is that...
Sino, you said. I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay. I will answer your question.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that—
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, you don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away?
Yes. He told me his return to SJhaye is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this place?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis. Let me ask, have you been taking care of us?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking...
Since you asked, I'll be frank.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient.
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge.
Well, you're the only one.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I will personally supervise her treatment.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the academia. Transporting her to SJhaye is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person, your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the Doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that it's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. but unfortunately I'm in a hurry today. What with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar, and that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but...
He asked a question. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion.
I can barely believe it myself.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking.
Sorry, we can't tell you everything.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be Recently, my master wrote several letters to me.
Hasn't he already asked you?
Yes, but there's something off about this. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. This has been a habit of his for many years.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandar...
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep...
I can do that. But the Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what... If the higher-ups really are hiding something, if the situation becomes critical, I'll leave...
All right. We've got a plan.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like that.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly... On that note...
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. I suppose he's lucky to...
I see. So you...
This may well be how Sino became involved in all. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help. I think this may be something...
Okay, well thank...
Thanks.
Right. Now Oh, by the way, which way...
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if... He also said that he'll take care of everything before, just to be safe.
But we have no...
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find Lee... That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the dock... To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems...
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to the port. Shh! Don't. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a SJhaye Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to SJhaye, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that... That can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye.
Uh-oh! He saw us!
Huh? Is he waving at...
It's time to say...
Wait, is...
You mean...
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the porch?
They were all here just a few minutes...
So this was a trap. Wait, don't...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to...
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I...
Oh no!
Let's go!
Paradis Di is not a place you
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave...
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research. I've done my duty to inform you.
It would seem that my words of... You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Paradis Di...
With all due respect,
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. I may be staying at Paradis Di as a scholar, but it is still my duty to protect the peace and safety.
Then it seems our
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not a...
Tighnari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These two have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Tighnari! Beat him up! Yeah, commit to memory!
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Wind strike! We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia.
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet. I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Paradis Di and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her.
Who are you talking?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed you. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some... Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for... But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words, but you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done? I'm connected to your consciousness. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know, it'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. She peered into my consciousness and saw my path. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become... You're doubting me again? No. Who wants to hurt my devout... The doctor wants to hurt my... How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not... The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new... You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be...
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Palantir? Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger!
Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea.
Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey!
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites.
Struck by
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started to attack. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. My wound aside, you look...
Hey, didn't I tell you...
Just in case.
Nowhere to run!
Thank goodness.
Hey!
I understand my condition.
The more you
I know. They all...
Oh, he's had to...
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer?
The Academia's...
That sounds, as long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, taste... I must be the least ambitious person who's ever...
Don't say that.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter. Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer.
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen...
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks...
So, if the doctor was to show up...
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. In other words, we've successfully completed the state...
Yay!
Thank you for the help, Tainari.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here. Let's continue to keep a low...
Quick, let's find shelter, or mushrooms will start growing on our heads.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go?
Let's report back when we've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI.
Who was behind?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left, so we've successfully removed the doctor.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you...
Everything also went smoothly on my side, to avoid alerting the quarry.
I can't believe you actually got so many Aramites in...
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave...
It appears to have been very effective. Well, is that everything?
Huh? Wait.
Well, what else?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement?
Personally, I'd rather we all...
I'll hate them.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, so you should find someone more suitable.
But I thought all of you academia big shot...
Then I should remind you that...
I know that.
A scribe is responsible for recording...
Fine, whatever. Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talker.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right. So come...
Yeah! Say something to boost morale! Huh? What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Nilu! Hey, everyone.
Not at all. I was...
But you also look like you're up to no good.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you...
Huh? You mean... You also...
Yes. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming day?
Huh? What? I can't believe my ears. Oh, right. The Traveler But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord...
Remember.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar...
Just remember not to say too much.
Yep.
All the preparations are done.
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all
Well said.
Thankfully, I...
Huh?
Oh.
All right, let's all go home and... Okay. Yep, good night. Today is the Academia's Nia Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action. Al-Haytham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him.
Welcome. Right here.
you too?
Not really. I'm good. What about you all?
Naturally, I slept just fine. It's crucial to dissipate any tension.
The only thing you're doing is...
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the academia knows that's many restricted commands and operations are executed via that
You know, Hyman's been thinking...
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Surasthon 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be... Don't forget, today is Nyagarbha. The sages and poor academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone. And when the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue. Well, yes. That's just if precedence holds, the
Everyone should be in position.
Let's go.
So...
Yes.
Nowhere to run! Scribe? Please, wait.
That's me.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion?
What did you say? I'm the top student in Harab-
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you... Look, based on what you already know,
Is that so? The sages search for you. So, from the start, the sages...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in
As I expected. Please,
It's nothing.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the academia, Scribe.
What the heck just happened?
I'm afraid I don't know.
You have no...
He convinced himself that is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of
Wow. So there are special ways to...
We shouldn't waste any more time.
Is this the academia's...
Indeed. Known as the House of Danger.
There are a lot of...
The academia marches to a fast beat, especially just act natural.
Propagate!
What's this plan?
It's a lift that academia personnel...
Are we gonna take it then?
No, not right now. We can't guarantee...
You think the Grand Sage will... And after he does, we'd sneak past...
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look... Do not tell me you believed the academia would not grow suspicious of... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally...
Great Sage. I didn't expect you to...
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far... It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way.
All right then, traveler. Today is Neagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat. You seem to... If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want for... Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power, these material creating a god. Yes, if humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall regain a god's guidance at long last. Even Irminsul for our nation of scholars. This is the ultimate aspiration. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not, the ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary.
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the...
I'll hate them.
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigate. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler, and...
I'll hate them? So we finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. As it is Neagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into...
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 9. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. Are you not familiar with the concept that great response... In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance...
You're
despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here.
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your...
Must I delineate your entire plan? First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler to Caravan Rebat. However, judging by the time, you all likely encountered the... The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would...
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are...
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, that if I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to sneak into the Academia on Neagarbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he...
You'll see me as a traitor regardless. Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on...
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage... However, under the current circumstances...
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru.
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me? Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power. Azar! He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbahade. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How is Paimon acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our
Why do we want to get him?
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their successful implementation. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next victim.
I can already...
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not...
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has him, according to the academia scholars in Ramon's custody. Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed that way. They can't pry any more even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana. It will take time.
So our job is to wake up Nahida!
The confinement room is inside the academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get us close. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up,
You've been wearing your... Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally tap... There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... The faster it blinks, the better the signal!
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
when did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people, and kept looking for a way to save her so I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord, but I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Suristan. The sages are creating a god to, and I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless...
Nikita! Nikita!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to Archons have. Should Archons, have I been doing the right thing? Am I how do I? It's so quiet here.
Since you're you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning.
You're right, though. I won't...
Nikita! Nikita?
Did you wake me up? Thank you.
We're here to rescue you.
I'm fine. When I think of everything that's happened to me...
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great, when you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for... You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's... Yep, so that means...
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great...
I'm sure, and I'm going.
But if anything happens...
Don't worry. They've been...
Alright. You know, if...
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Nilu, how...
Definitely more than usual.
It's okay. Just focus on your...
You sure know how to talk.
Well, thank you both. I'll have...
Ooh, that sounds...
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu?
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird...
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry. It'll be a piece of...
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait, do you want some candy? We have...
VR, thank you so much. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on...
You have a point.
Yeah, thanks to you.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great, come to think of it. When did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercen? Oh, it's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, let's review our plan for this state. Paimon remembers that Nilou's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the academia and their guards have started to wear their Akasha terminals again, with the doctor's technological support.
How despicable of them.
But I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the artistic perform. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyagarbha Day.
Are they really going to stop all our—
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so—
Sure sounds complicated, but it seems like if everything goes well, that's pretty clever. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get them—
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth—
The Akasha will turn humans into machines.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan's—
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilou of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous—
All right. After the guards and the academia are gone,
then it'll be time for me. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out—
After laying low in the city for so long.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but—
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able—
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible.
All they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the core of following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the—
Indeed. The trap.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back.
You gave such an important task to that child.
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to— Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen—
You've got a point.
Good luck.
outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Relax. Don't. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and...
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping...
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take it.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the tree. The guard looks alert. What?
Hey, stop! I saw you!
The guard looks alert. What?
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard...
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me. This is bad. Where should I go? Oh, how is this possible? There's also an academia.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me. This is...
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find...
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you? Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you
Phew, that was rough. I almost got...
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser Lord?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition. Or, after stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave like the prey you are.
An ambush? How's that possible? This is so...
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This place is...
This is odd. The Academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Niagarba. Where are the guards? Why have
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest.
Arrest? I have an ominous...
arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean...
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up some... Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are...
What happened? Just Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? Was it Alhaitham and his party that freed her? That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be... What manner of trickery did they employ? How could it disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guard?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so...
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of the Akasha indeed contains... How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind? Was it the report about the traveler that Alhaitham submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before... Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't... Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana
to confirm? It may be a bit offensive to say. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy...
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely...
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally can... Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something...
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, you all can only see the world in your mind. The one, and precisely because of this, she...
Sino. The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me.
No, you were blinded. Your fault.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you.
People change, Azar. Admit it.
Then
you want to buy time. This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead?
No. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
How long? Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside. Yeah, but thinking about it, at least when Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned...
Here comes your savior.
Yeah! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find...
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. As long as it doesn't break their employment
That's probably because you've been super great friends.
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surasthana. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch. Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Nowhere to run!
they say it's nice to meet you. This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority.
Exactly! We're here because...
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with me. Oh, it's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell my concept. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing.
It's okay. With you,
there's one more thing.
What is it?
For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon.
Ah, wow! That's the spirit!
I understand now. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That we need to hurry, and I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now first things first, I need to after that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permission. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. And if we don't stop the God creation
You might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up.
Nowhere to run!
How's it going, Nick?
I'm done with the parts that need... Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this. Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh?
What? It's a small device. You may not need it right now.
Wait! This thing has us for both small things... Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the travel...
It's only a flying device.
You're so good at comforting people, Nick. Nahida, you're a natural.
By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'm glad I can...
So the God of Wisdom isn't...
I've located where the false god is. Time...